there, this is Marissa, and this is another episode of Slabtown Slubs. I don't know which number it is. I think it's 13, but I don't know. Maybe 14. Anyway, it's been a while. I've been knitting. I just haven't really had a good opportunity to sit down and make a video. My husband's been working from home a lot, and especially this week. He was home Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because although he's a grown adult, he's having a lot of trouble with the time change. So he doesn't really have to report to work until about 10 a.m. So he's been grabbing as much sleep as possible, but the rest of us still have to get up and, get ready for school and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, it's been kind of silly, and, our schedule just kind of not working out to sit down and do a video. But I like doing them, so I'm going to keep trying as much as I can to keep it going. So let's get into it. Let's start off with some finished objects. I'm wearing one. This is my Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry. And check out this awesome collar. It's so gigantic. Big shawl collar. I was having my doubts because the yellow is just so bright, but I think that having the kind of, bottom color reincorporated into the collar has kind of cooled it off a little bit and toned it down. So now I'm really enjoying it, and it's really warm. I'm going to take it off because I'm getting too warm, and kind of show you, maybe hold it up and stuff. So it's an open reverse stockinette shawl collared cardigan, as I'm sure most of you know, because this is a very popular pattern in the knitting community right now. I have my sleeves turned up because I made them a little bit too long, but it's cool because they're, basically the same either way, and if it gets chilly, I can fold them down and they can be over my hands. Yeah, so, I'm gonna be straight. I didn't love knitting this because there was a lot of fading going on. A lot of fading going on. I think I prefer the fading in a shawl form where it's just, you just fade it once and you're done. But this had the body, fade the body, fade the sleeves, fade again at the cuffs, and then fade the collar. And the finished product is totally worth it now that I'm done. And I knew it would be. I knew I would love it, but I was just like, oh my god, I'm done fading. So that's my gripe about it. I'm trying not to gripe too much about stuff anymore, because I've noticed in my last couple, I have a lot of gripes, and just stop it. Let's talk about the cool things about stuff, I guess. Speaking of cool things, I have a sewing project that I have finished, and it is the whatchamacallit by Colette It's the violet blouse by Colette Sewing Patterns or something like that. And it is made out of a cotton and steel fabric. I think it's called Mochi or something like that. And it was designed by Rashida Coleman Hale. Rashida? I think it's Rashida. And as you can see, I'm having a love affair with orchid pink. I think I can probably do something to this collar to make it lay a little bit more flat, because it's kind of poking up. The little puffy sleeve I'm in love with, and the buttons are just some buttons I I got like a bunch of buttons from Etsy in a bag. I think I've mentioned it before. And there happened to be 5 matching buttons plus 2 very similar. Like, you can see this one's a little bit different color than that one. And also my 2-year-old thinks that all of the little mochi things are buttons too. He calls it, whenever I put it on, he's like, buttons! So, oh, and the bottom button is ever so slightly different. So they're really close in color and design. The shirt is awesome. It fits really well. I made the size 2 and then kind of flared it out at the bottom. I'll kind of get up a little bit so you can see. It's supposed to go more in, but I plan on not tucking it, so I flared it out at the bottom just so that it's not like tight around my hips and then like blousing in the middle, because that just doesn't really look good on my body type. So I tried to avoid it and it worked, and I'm really happy with this shirt. I have almost full range of motion, which, you know, is good in a blouse pattern. Yeah, so that's finished thing number 2. I don't think that I will have a separate sewing section, because I just started sewing, so I'm kind of slow, and I might have like 1 or 2 things per week or month or whatever. This is my first adult garment that I've made. I took home economics in 8th grade, and I made some boxer shorts, which I would say count as a garment. And that's about it. And I made some maxaloons for my 2-year-old, and they turned out pretty good. But yeah, I haven't really done anything in woven fabric since I was 13 years old. So here we go. I've quilted, but I've never done like clothing. So it's like very different things. I'm gonna make a new clip. Hi. Okay, so I have one more finished thing, and it's made with Luna Pearl yarn, and I was attempting to make knee-high socks, but I wanted to have a repeat of this for my granny stripe blanket, so I stopped when there was one repeat left of the striping pattern. So they go to, I'll put a picture, they're like maybe 4 or 5 inches below my knee, and they probably would have gone all the way if I used up all the yarn. So I'll think about that next time. Maybe I don't know how, because I did them 2 at a time, so it's kind of hard to split it all up and whatever. So now I have 2 repeats, actually, 1 in each ball of yarn that I had made. So yeah, so Luna Pearl yarn. I did just kind of a vanilla sock. I did a Judy's Magic cast on, and then knitted all the way until about like where my calf gets bigger, and increased there. I think I split it between like 2 stripes. I increased at like around here and then here, and then did a decrease around here because I thought maybe I would be over my calf by then, but I wasn't. So I have a little bit of a decrease mid-calf, but you know, it works. They stay on, they fit. Anyway, yeah, I did that. Did a 1x1 cuff, 1x1 rib, and then put in some afterthought heels, which just so happened to match up with this purple stripe here, kind of, and a little bit of pink. So these turned out really great, and I'm really happy with them, and I can't wait to knit my Polaris colorway. Oh, this colorway is called Atomic Mermaid. So that's pretty fun. And they kind of match with my shirt, that pink and purple. So yeah, so I have her kind of holiday color, which is called Polaris. Or Polaris, I don't know. Probably either one is fine. And I have that, and I'm going to make them sometime. But I have other stuff in front of them in line right now. So, yes, I think that's all I have finished this week. So, now we can move on to works in progress. So, I'll start with this mystery bag. Oh yes, these are my double stripe socks. And the pattern is by Handmade Koala. And the yarn, this yarn is Rose Tico by Junk Yarn, and then this is a mini that I got from Nano Stitch Lab. And then this is a fun little chocolate croissant from the Gnome Knitter. And it's a, you know, a twisted rib with a couple of stripes, and then you do, I think it's contrast, you do contrast toe, but I don't know about the heel. You could probably do whatever heel you want. Doesn't say to change the color, but I think I'm going to because I like a contrast heel. And I'm knitting these on 2mm Addy, I think turbos, something like that, 2 at a time. And I just followed what the pattern is saying to do. I didn't flip it around because I do like toe-up socks, but I don't mind making them cuff down. It's fine. I'm not going to rewrite a pattern just to have them go the other way around. It's not how I do. So, yes. I have a lot of things because it's been a while since I made a video. And these are just things that I have worked on or started or finished since the last video, which I don't know why I'm explaining that to you because that's how these things work. Okay, oh, and these are, I'm doing a test knit for Once Upon a Corgi Gabby. And you can't really see, but they're a lace sock. And I'm using my Cat Sandwich February yarn color for the sock along. I think everything's getting blown out because the sun started shining. I'm recording earlier in the day than I normally do, so the light is a little bit different. Plus daylight savings. And I have a coffee cup from the Gnome Knitter. I think all my stitch markers are from her. You guys know that if you've watched before. So these socks are called Rules socks, and they're named after the Rules restaurant in London, and it is the oldest restaurant in London. And she gathered her inspiration from the decor in that restaurant. So they're supposed to be done by the end of this month, so I think I'm going to start cranking on those so that they can be done by the end of this month. I have to re-download because she made modifications to the pattern, so I have to print up the latest version so that I have the right thing that I'm supposed to be knitting. Yeah. And then I have another pair of socks. These are the Hermione's Everyday Socks. And I'm doing these 2 at a time also. Did I have these? No. I thought I lost one, but I just kind of stopped mid 2 at a time. So, and this is my yarn that I have dyed for my shop. I have opened an Etsy shop for my yarn, and I wish that you could see this better. This is my Neapolitan colorway, named after the ice cream. And these are the socks. I wonder if we can kind of, there we go. Just kind of darken everything a little bit. That's pretty decent representation of these. So yeah, Hermione's Everyday Socks by, I think it's Erica Luder. I don't know what her name is, her last name. I have the pattern here though, so I'm going to look at it. Erica, I'm sure you guys know it already. Erica Luder, yeah, that's right. I think that's how you pronounce it. Lueder. And then just a normal little plastic stitch marker on those. And they are housed in my bag by Modular, I don't know. And these are also, my Rules socks are in a modular bag. And the other socks are in a Peapod Threads bag with Alice in Wonderland on it. I think that's a cotton and steel fabric. Attractive noises. Alright. I made some progress on my doodler. I got to the cabling section. Let's see if we can do this. It's a nice fat cable. And this is in House of a la Mode in Glitter Gaudy, Glitter Cafe, and then the border is going to be in Glitter Cloud. And this is all the cafe I have left. So I'm going to throw that in my granny stripe blanket. This is my Gaudy. I don't think it's named after the guy because I think it's spelled different. The, you know, the architect guy. Spanish. Gaudi. I got my little French toast marker from Gnome Knitter. Yeah, so it's coming along. And I skipped working on it for 2 weeks because I just have other things that I want to work on. Which is fine. We can do that. We can pick which things we want to work on. So it's been sitting for a little bit, but I have made progress since I last showed it to y'all. So, ta-da! And that's The Doodler by Stephen West, and that is in my other Peapod. Is that Peapod? No. I think this is, maybe it is Peapod. Yeah, it is. The tag is on the inside, not the outside, like the other one. So, Peapod, llama bag. Too fun. And then this is my Zweig sweater. So, I finished the body. It's coming along. And I have started on one sleeve. And this yarn is by Junk Yarn is the yellow. It's called Drew. And the purpley one is Beehive Yarns in Dear Prudence. And I'm loving it. I did switch skeins down here. I think you can see a bit of a difference. I wasn't alternating, and I'm not alternating for the sleeve because I just, you know, I don't really care. I don't really care. And the pattern of the yarn is very busy, plus the X's, so I don't think anyone but me is ever going to be like, oh my gosh, there's a line in that knitting. It's faint, but I can see it. And the pattern is by Boylan Knitworks. Beautiful pattern, very well written. Haven't had any problems since I messed up on the short row section. It was not the pattern. I messed it up. But I fixed it, and it's been going smoothly since then. Just doing the X's. X's, X's, X's. Luckily on the sleeves, they go pretty quick. So if I work on this more, it'll get done soon. But I wanted to get that comfort fade cardi done because of the cowl and because it's been on my needles since the new year. So I want it off. So I decided to just buckle down, and I had it, you know, pretty well done. A lot done on it. So I was like, let's finish it, man. Let's finish it. So I did. And what else do we have here? We have some Saturate shawl. So, this is kind of at a weird spot. I'm doing the border section where you fade the other direction across the entire bottom of the shawl. So the needles are kind of in a weird spot, but I got the main part done. And this is in yarn that I dyed to mimic the original kit that was made, that Orange Knits, the designer, used to make this. And the dyer who made the kit was is Wool & Boone. And so I just kind of tried my darndest to make something similar. And I think I did an okay job. And I really love it. I love how it came out. And this is one of those where I'm going to have to just be like, just finish it. So I finished the blue. I think I was stuck on an error, kind of like in this area. So I just had a few inches to go, and I messed up on the eyelet repeat somehow. So I fixed it and got that part done, and now I just have to finish this color blending section and then put fringe on it. So yeah, pretty good progress on that one. And then over there, I started 2 new sweaters because I am nuts. I went to the House of Alamode / Republic of Wool pop-up shop called Indie Underground, where they sold yarn. It was a yarn pop-up shop sale thingy. So I did not introduce myself because I'm socially awkward, and you know, they were talking to people and stuff, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm just gonna be a wallflower. And so anyway, but I did purchase, I'll just show you what I got right now. I don't have to wait and do sections and stuff. Okay, so I got a kit to make a jelly roll sweater, and that was kind of my mission, to get a jelly roll, get some stuff to make a jelly roll. And they had kits. So, and Mara Orange Knits was there. So I didn't introduce myself to her either. See last section for why. And anyway, I bought a kit to make a jelly roll sweater, and it is so awesome. It is made with a color called Icebox, this blue color by Republic of Wool, and then the orange is a one-of-a-kind from House of Alamode, and then the body of the sweater is going to be in this beautiful dark kind of black brown color. Oh, it kind of looks like close to my hair color. So yeah, put those all together and you have a pretty sweet jelly roll kit. I was considering, I also bought this skein of Yushitita. But it's a single base, and these are twist merino nylon base, so I didn't know how they would mix. I'm sure it would have been fine, but this seems like a finer wool or finer strand than these ones. See if you can tell it all. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I decided against it and just go with what they picked out, the kit that they picked, because they are the color experts. But this is, you know, kind of a souvenir fun thing, and I'm going to put it in something else that I will tell you about in a couple minutes. Yeah, so that's my jelly roll. I am in the color work section, and it's going to look pretty awesome. Yeah. And here's, I'll show you the cakes. I've been practicing my hand winding. I totally pulled it out of its outer winding. This is the orange color, red orange, and this is the bluey icy color, and then this is the brown. So anyway, I saw it and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I got there late, so like stuff had been sold. Like they were getting low on stuff and no one picked this up. So I'm considering myself super lucky to have been able to get this kit. It's pretty awesome if you ask me. And that is housed in another bag by Modular on a little shopping spree in her shop. Yeah. And one more thing. This is the other thing I cast on the same weekend, because I got a delivery from Portugal from Retrosario. I think that's like Rosa Pomar. And so I had bought these colors specifically to make a Nalchina sweater by Boyland Knitworks. So, the red is going to be the main color, and the pink is kind of the background of the color work, and the blue and green are like going to be the kind of accenty colors in the, I mean, it's color work. They're kind of all, you know, intermingled and stuff. And this is a very sheepy yarn. There are bits of the barnyard right in, I don't know if you can see, right in the skein, the cake, whatever. So, get another pink yarn. Mama like pink. Why am I so weird, you guys? I don't know. Anyway, there's the yarn colors. Here is where I'm at. I did the top little color work section, and I have finished the short row increases for the back. Oh, I'm making the cardigan, so I am going to be sticking. And I hope I did this right. She didn't really say how to carry the color work across the steek section, so I'm assuming that I'm doing it right. I know in one part she says to do like a checkerboard or something, so she didn't at this part, so I'm hoping it's done correctly. So yeah, that's my nail China so far. I just wanted to get it on the needles as soon as that yarn came in, so I did. And that is in that crafty little fox bag that I got last month. Red pandas. I told you about it already. And that's all my works in progress. So I have some yarn that I've picked up since last time we had a little video. And I'll start with the counterpart to the yarn I just showed you for the sweater. I got some sock yarn from the Retrosario Rosa Pomar shop. I got some Mondim yarn in these awesome colors. This is non-superwash wool made from Portuguese sheep in a town that was known for its sock industry. So it says Mondim is a non-superwash sock weight yarn made from fine Portuguese wool. And I wanted this color 207, but they ran out on the website, and I put like an email me, notify me when you get it back in stock, and it was not coming back in stock for a long time. So I found it at Tolt on their website, Tolt Wool in Carnation, Washington. I didn't go there. I just found it on their website through a Google search, and they had it, so I ordered it from them. And I knew this was going to happen. The very next day, I got an email from Retrosario that they had it in stock. So I didn't buy it from them, but I bought this one. This is another. So this one has mint, pink, brown, and black. And this one has blue, pink, gray, and black. So these will make cool socks. Okay. And then I received these lovely, lovely yarns from Old Soul Fiber Company. Whoops. Funny Valentine, Candygram, and Stupid Cupid. So these were her Valentine's Day colors. And I'm going to make a snow melt shawl out of these. But I might do the mystery knit along that she's about to start with them instead. I don't know yet. We'll see. Alright. And then I already showed you these yarns, but I want to tell you what I'm going to make with them. I'm going to make a girl's best friend shawl from these. These are Olan from Ireland, and I didn't know what I wanted to make with them, and then I saw that shawl and I was like, that's what I'm gonna make with them. So yeah, oops, the taggies came off, and I have one more of those that I'm going to use to make these aren't new. I've showed you all of these, including the Yushitita. I was going to make I think a brioche-alicious with this, or something, brioche-alicious. This is Lilu yarn in Kissed, I think it's called. Is it on here? Yeah, it's called Kissed. And it's a natural-ish base with red and black and just a tiny bit of multicolor speckle. And so, and then I have my Yushitita and my other Olan yarn. This one's called Cosmopolitan, by the way, and this one is, I think it's called Polaroid. Yeah, so I'm going to use these all to make the new Andrea Mowry shawl called Bubble. Bubbles? Bubble. It's got brioche, it's got stripes, it's got lace, and it seems like it's right up my alley, and these colors are going to be awesome together. So I'm pretty excited about that. I did purchase the pattern already. It went on sale today, Thursday, the 15th of March, by the way. So yeah, so I have the pattern. I'm not going to cast on yet because I have so many things I want to do. Yeah. And then my last thing that I have purchased, and I'm sorry about the crinkling. I should have removed this from the pocket before I started recording. Okay. Done. I bought some House of a la Mode a while back. A dyed to order. This is some more Ode to Anthro. I have one skein that I bought in a five skein fade kit. But I want to make a sweater out of this. I'm going to make a not faded, so faded with this. So I'm hoping it's enough, but I do have the other skein if I need more. And with, I think I already told you, the 5 skein kit, I'm going to make a dot erase speckle fade. So anyway, let's compensate for the sun here. See if we can get an accurate reading of this. Yeah. So this is Ode to Anthro, and it's on their house fingering base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And I'm really excited about it because I think I already told you this, but I saw she was sending a bunch of this to Do You Knit? And I didn't want to call in and order because House of a la Mode is right here in Portland, Oregon, and it would get here faster, even though I had to wait months for it. I don't know. Weird me again. Strikes again. Yeah. So that's all for that stuff. I do want to show you guys what's in the shop, but I'm going to adjust my mini blinds because the sun is like whoosh, direct. So BRB. Hi, now you can see the rest of my room. That I share with my husband and my baby. You see the baby crib back there? Bet you're wondering what the heck that was. Yep, we have a sidecar baby crib for our 2-year-old son. We're hoping to kick him out when he turns 3. We'll see how that goes. My husband is currently finishing the basement so that my oldest can move down there into a bedroom, and then the 2 younger ones can be in the bedroom that is currently shared by the oldest in the middle kiddos. So anyway, I'm going to do more plastic crinkling because I put my yarn in plastic bags to keep it from getting any sort of pet hair or anything like that. Okay, so I have labeled and everything. I don't know if you guys are excited about this as I am, but I'm pretty excited. Okay, so I'll start with my singles. So I have fingering weight yarn on a single ply. Let's kind of there we go. Look at my logo. I made that, you guys. I learned how to use Inkscape. And I made my own little logo. Isn't it cute? So this one's called Girl Trouble, and it's a song. I was in a music recording class in college, and one of the other students had a band. I don't know what they're called, but they had a song called Girl Trouble, and I had it stuck in my head the entire time I was making this. I'm having trouble, girl, trouble. Yeah, so that's why I called it that, Girl Trouble. And then the next one is this purpley red called Crush. And then the next one is a light blue called Safe Mode. The label's kind of crooked on that one. And then the last one, actually it's not the last one. I have one other one on a single. So this is almost the last one. Let's adjust that. Camera ready, people. This one's called Blue Willow, and it's darker blues. Tonal. And I try to dye them in such a way where they won't pool at least too much. I mean, depending on your gauge and what you're making, etc. So there's those. And then I have this one called, it's kind of twisted up funny. Sorry about that. It's called Agent Orchid. Do you want me to tell you? I'm going to tell you like the behind the names. This one's called Crush. It's not really, there's nothing really behind it. It's just, that's what came to me when I was dyeing it. This one's called Blue Willow because my mom collects those china plates where it's like a white background with blue images, and they're Asian inspired, and I don't really know. Okay, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so I think I remember. This one's called Blue Willow, and it's named after the kind of plate pottery pattern inspired by Asian art. And yeah, my mom collects it, so I thought the colors were very super that. So that's why I named that. And this one is called Safe Mode. And it just is a nice, you know, beautiful light blue. Makes you feel safe. And, you know, safe mode is just a computer term, a little bit techy. Not really, but, you know. Yeah. So I decided to call this one Safe Mode because it's like a nice safe color. Not too crazy for ya. This one is, I think I said this one's Agent Orchid, and it's named after one of the characters on the kids show called Odd Squad. It's a PBS show, and it has just some orchid type colors. Got a little bit of brown and green in here for the soil and the leaves, and then the pink and purple, and some light pink. And then, so that's it for the singles. Although, one of those, this is done, I did it on 3 different bases. This is called Salt Creek, and it is named after my favorite beach in California that I used to go to when I lived down there. You can't really, I mean, it's very beachy. I'll open it up for you. Very beachy. It's got some blue and green. Salt Creek has some grass. And then it's got the, you know, the brownish sandy colors. And the blue ocean. Really nice beach. It's not very crowded. It's very clean. It's got a little snack shack and stuff. Anyway, it's a great beach. Should you be in South Orange County, which isn't where I'm from, but it's close, you should visit there. Salt Creek. So this, I have this in BFL, 100% BFL Superwash, a single, Superwash Merino single, and a sock, which is, I think it's 75-25 Superwash Merino and nylon. Actually, I have some right, no I don't. It's a different base. Yeah, so this one's Salt Creek. And then I have, my labels are coming undone. That's a bummer. Guess I need to use regular old tape. This is Walking on Sunshine. This is a sock yarn dyed bright yellow and neon yellow with a little bit of dark yellow speckle. And I'm keeping one of these because I need to knit my middle kid socks and he loves yellow, so I'm doing that for him. And then I have my Neapolitan, which looks like this in the skein. The one that I'm using for my socks, my Hermione socks, is actually, the pink is not as dark as this. Let me, there they are, I think. I'll show you a side by side. I picked the kind of least saturated one to make my little sample socks. So that my good customers, should I have any more, I had one customer, should I have any more though, they'll get the brighter, more saturated skein. But this is how it knits up color or pattern wise. So there's that one, and then I have one more. Oh, and the sock base that these are on is 80-20 Superwash Merino and nylon. Can you read that? And then the last one is called Spumoni, and this is my kind of ode to Spaghetti Factory, and they are delicious Spumoni treat that you get at the end of your dinner. And it's very similar to Neapolitan, but it has green instead of white. So Neapolitan is chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, and Spumoni is chocolate, cherry, and pistachio. Yeah, so those are the yarns that I have in the store. Actually, Salt Creek and Agent Orchid aren't up yet. Those are going to be going up hopefully this weekend. I want to dye probably 2 more colors. I'm going to do some red today, like a more tonal red that's not variegated at all. And then maybe a green tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe a nice emerald turquoisey green, something like that. So, and then on Sunday I'll do an update and put all the new stuff into the shop. So hopefully there will be some more sales when I get more stuff in. According to Etsy, if you have 20 listings, you do better. So hopefully that will help up my listing number. Anyway, I think that's it. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. And thanks for tuning in at all to my little video blog podcast thingy. You know, I don't like saying podcast. But that's what people call it, so I kind of have to, right? Can I call it a vlog even though everyone else calls it a podcast? Should I just like not call it a thing? Should I just call it my videos? I don't know. But yeah, that's like everything. And I hope it wasn't like rushed and too much. But yeah. Have a happy Bye!